opportunity to introduce my dear friend and classmate, a young, dynamic, multi-talented scholar of Ayurveda, Dr. Trupti Patil Bhole. She is an MD and PhD in the Rasashastra Bhaishajya Kalpana subject. She has been a topper throughout her academic career as a student. She is working presently as an assistant professor in College of Ayurveda, Bharati Vidyapith, Pune since 2008 in the Department of Rasashastra and Bhaishajya Kalpana. She has total UG and PG teaching experience of 12 years. She has received Best Paper Presentation Award in International Conference on Nanotechnology in Pune. She has published many scientific research papers in Scopus, PubMedia, Web of Science, Index journals, UGC approved journals, to name a few. She is a good orator and has anchored many cultural and scientific programs. She has delivered lectures in Middlesex University, College of Ayurveda, London, UK. She is a resource person for Ayurveda-related CMEs by All Party Parliamentary Group, College of Ayurveda, UK, London. She has worked as production manager at Dr. Yogesh Pendare Sir's Ayurveda Rasayani Private Limited, Pune. Her areas of interest are research and scientific writing, Ayurvedic clinical practice and true integration with other science for better treatment results, manufacturing research and quality control of Ayurvedic medicine, and policy making. So, with high regards, I welcome Dr. Trupti Patil Bhole on behalf of eAyurshara team to start for today's topic on preparation and clinical application of Abha Gugul and Kamdudha. Over to you, Dr. Trupti Bhole Patil.
Namaste. Thank you so much, Dr. Namrata, for this warm introduction, and very warm regards to Dr. Mangesh Patil, Dr. Amit Chauhan, and yourself, Namrata. It's great to connect with the students and the various delegates for this particular meeting. And the topic is really appealing. We really need a specialty practice in Ayurveda, because we are the pediatricians, we are the gynecologists, we are the clinicians, we are the orthopedicians of Ayurveda. And for that, our basic tools are going to be our drugs, our formulations. So, the intention of this series is in alignment with my intention being in Ayurveda. And today I am going to discuss about the preparation and clinical applications of two formulations. First formulation is Abha Gugulu, and the second one is from Rasa Shastra, that is Kamdudha Rasa. So, Shri Ganeshaya Namah, and let's begin. So, we are going to start with the first formulation, Abha Gugulu, and I'm going to propose it as a very important clinical drug for arthritis and for Sandhi and Asthibhagna. Basically, this drug has been mentioned in Bhaishajya Ratnavali in Sandhi Bhagna. Bhagna Sandhi Prasadakam, that is the basic introduction of this drug in Bhaishajya Ratnavali. However, additionally, it can be used for arthritis treatment, and that too in arthritis in obese patients. So, we are going to discuss the introductory part, then the pharmaceutical part, and then the clinical aspects. So, to begin with, we are going to see briefly the ingredients, the names of the ingredients. As the Kalpa name goes, it is Abha Gugulu. So, the first ingredient is Abha. So, the seeds of Abha are used in this formulation. So, it's a unique drug in which the use of the pod or the seed has been told, especially by Vaidya Khadiwale in his book Vyavhar Shastra and Kaida. The second ingredient is Gugul, a very unique drug. Then Shunti, Marish, Pipali and Trifla. So this is a combination of these drugs, and how it is prepared and how this drug is so useful to us in our daily practice, that we are going to talk and discuss. So Abha Gugul is one of the Gugul formulations indicated for Bhagna Chikitsa, however widely used in osteoarthritis and for reducing the pain in the joints. Abha is a synonym of Bagul, and you all know that many prayojang of this drug are used. We also use the gum of this particular babul tree very commonly. In our ancient tradition, we know that this gum is used to make the paushtik laddu because it has a very strengthening activity on the body, and it gives strength to the back muscles, the backbone, and all the joints and bones in the body. Right? Even the bark of this particular abha is used in medicine, and some companies are using abha bubul using the bark. However, the seeds are really more potent if they are used to prepare the abha bubulu, and that's the shloka in front of you. Abha phalatrika vyoshehi sarverabhi samikritei tulyo bubulu rayojo bhagna sandhi prasadaka. From Bhaishya Ratnavali. So Sandhigata is the condition in which we are going to, we have seen very good results of this formulation. My MD student has worked on this. She has done a clinical trial using this particular drug in 12 patients. I am using this formulation since long time in my practice. So Sandhigata Vata for the students, it is important to know, it is characterized by Vasa Purna Druti Sparsha Shotham Sandhigato Anile. Prasarana Akunchanayoho Pravrutincha Savidanam. That's the particular guideline about this disease in Grantha. So the joint is swollen and it looks like a bag filled with air. There is a swelling, there is a very soft swelling over the joint, and the main lakshan is prasaran akunchanayoho vedana. So there is a pain when there is extension and when there is abduction of the particular joint. If we see the osteoarthritic changes begin in the cartilage and eventually cause the two opposing bones to erode into each other, and it typically affects the weight-bearing joints like the back, the knee, and the hips. Right, so you can see on the screen that the normal space between femur and tibia, and in arthritic patient, this particular space is reduced. Right, so we need specialty practice in this particular disease because early intervention can actually save the patient from any further expenses of knee joint replacement or any more, steroidal injections and such things. But we need to do timely intervention, and we need to use our drugs of very good quality, and we need to make it wisely. So I'm going to stress upon osteoarthritis, and when we use the seeds of abha to prepare abha bubulu, we need to really think about obesity as a risk factor for the incidence and progression of osteoarthritis. Right? So it is really important factor because it has a very negative influence on the outcome of patients with OA. And in this particular article, which is there in front of you, loss of weight of about 10 kg of body weight coupled with specific exercises is recognized as a cornerstone in the management of obese patients with OA. Right? So can we use this drug in the patients which are not obese? We can use it, but we need to supplement it with the abha niryas as well. Okay? So we are going to talk one by one about the ingredients. This must be innovative, a new thing for our UG students, right? So in front of you, you can see the pods of abha, the fresh pods, and then you can see the dry pods, right? And in front of you, you can see the particular activities given in the Grantha. So you can see the shloks from Raja Nighantu, from Bhav Prakash Nighantu, from Atreya Samhita, and from Nighantu Ratnakara. Right? So it's niryas, or the niryas, or we can say the gum of this particular abha. It is bhagna sanghanaka. So it has a capacity to heal the fractures. It has a capacity of parmanu sanghatan. It can facilitate the process of the healing of the fractures. At the same time, when there is a ligamental tear or any dislocation of any joint, it has a capacity to sandhanate or bind it together. Right? And the phala, babbulasya phalam ruksham, vishadam stambhanam guru. Right? So the phala are ruksha and they have a capacity to reduce the swelling. They have a capacity of doing scraping or lekhan at the particular joint. And it has a prabha on knee joint arthritis because there are many folklore things and many traditional ways in which these particular seeds of babul are recommended for knee joint pain, for reduction in the knee joint pain. Right, so when you have to convince your patients for this particular drug at a very early stage of arthritis, you may have to take into account all these researches done on the Acacia nilotica pods. Right, so you can see the osteoarthritic activity, anti-osteoarthritic activity of these pods has been proven in blister. Right, Acacia arabica has been found to be effective in fractures. At the same time, anti-inflammatory, anti-spasmodic, anti-inflammatory, these actions have been proven for this particular drug. Right? And it is known to be a very safe drug at particular therapeutic doses. So there is no issue in using this drug in synergistic action as a part of ABHA Google. Okay? As I told you previously, Vaidya Khadiwale in his book Vyavhar Shastra and Kaida, he has mentioned that there is only one formulation in the Granthas where the seeds of ABHA have been recommended to be used, and that is ABHA Google or Abhadi Google. Okay, so these seeds are very, very dense. When we make the kalpa, we can understand how dense and how sticky these seeds are, and they have a capacity to provide strength to the joints. Right, now the second ingredient of ABHA Gugulu for our UG students, or even Gugulu Kalpana is a very specialized Kalpana in Ayurveda. So Gugulu is a Vichitra Pratyarabdha Dravya. Okay, it is Pitta and at the same time it is Ushna Virya. Though it is Pitta, it is Vata Shamak. Okay, because it is Pitta. Kapha Shamak. It is Ushna, so it can aggravate Pitta to an extent, but we have to do Gugul Shuddhi before we can use Gugul for further therapeutic uses. So we are going to see how we do the Gugul Shuddhi. Right? So it is, see the third line, Bhagna Sandhanakara Vrishaha Sukshma Swaryo Rasayana. It is a Vrishya Dravya. So can you imagine a Dravya which is Pitta can be Vata Shamak, it can be Vrishya, it can be Bhagna Sandhanakaram, it can be Swarya. Okay, and the main activity for which it is really known by Ashtang Sangraha in the Agriya Sangraha, that is the Medha Har action. Okay, so this is regarded as a very Shrestha Medhagna Dravya in Ayurveda. Okay. So those who want to see the more details of it, please go through the Agriya Sangraha in Ashtang Hridaya. You will know for which particular Vyadhi Gugul is the best Dravya. Right? So see the last two lines of this particular drug. Because it is Madhura, Anurasa, it does the Vata Shamana. As it is Kashaya also in Anurasa, it does Pitta Shamana. Because it is Pitta, it reduces the Kapha, and hence Gugulu will control, or it will create equilibrium of all three doshas. without aggravating any particular dosha. So that's how the Google tree looks, and it is Jangam Pradesh. It is generally cultivated, or it generally grows in the Jangam Pradesh, in Marubhumi or in deserts, right? And a plant which is coming in deserts is a very excellent Medoha Dravya and a very good Vata Shamak Dravya. We use its niryas. So you can see in the image the niryas, which is the oleogum resin of Google. Okay, many researches have been taken place on this Google. It is used not just by Ayurvedic persons, but it is also used by allopathic doctors. For their own use, they recommend it. Himalaya Drug Company has made many formulations with Google. Anti-arthritic activity is proven. Okay, it is also known as a painkiller. And it has also activity on the knee articular cartilage. And this particular drug study is done in rats to check the how the articular cartilage can be prevented from the damage when we use Google. Okay, so one of the very wonderful drugs in Ayurveda, raw drugs, with which we make many formulations, like Triphala Google, Yogaraj Google, Kanchana Google, Amrutadi Google, and so on. Okay, so that's a part of this Ava Gugulu, major part, because 50% of the formulation has Gugulu. Now moving on to the shlok from Sharandar Samhita. I think you know this shloka. Rasayanam cha tadneyam yad jara vyadhi nashanam tatha amrita rudanti guguluscha haritaki. Right, so can Google be used as a rasayan? It can be used, but in particular kapha dominant Prakriti patients, it can be used as a rasayan. It is a rasayan dravya. Okay, at the same time, Amruta, that is Guruchi, it can be used as a rasayan dravya. Okay, so this rasayan activity is very important for us to prevent the further damage taking place in Sandhigat Vat Rugna. The next ingredient is Haritaki. So Haritaki is Shreshta Anulomak Dravya. Haritaki Pancharasaha Alavana Tuvarampuram Rukshoshna Dipani Medhya Swadupaka Rasayani Chakshusha Laghurayusha Bruhanisha Anulomini Swasakasa Pramehashaha Kushta Shododara Krumini. Okay, Haritaki is a very Pathyakar Dravya. We can say it's a Pathya. Okay, Shreshta Anulomak Dravya. It will act on the Pakvashay. It will result in very Mrudu Virechan, or we can see Anuloman activity. You know that Vata has its main seat in Pakvashay. So if we work in the Pakvashayastha Vata, it is the main powerhouse of Vata. Right? So all over the body, wherever there is Ruja or wherever there is any problematic thing because of vitiated Vata, it will reduce if we work on Pakvashay. So Haritaki as a very important part of this formulation. Viritaki similar. Viditatam Swadupakam Kashayam Kapapittanam Ushnaviryam Himasparsha Vedanam Kasa Nashanam, and so on. So this drug also, it's a rasayan dravya. Ushnavirya, so Vata Shaman. Himasparsha, it does Bhedan, or we can say it does Anuloman. So it will again, it will also synergistically with Haritaki, it will work on the Vata, which is in the Pakvashaya, in a very soft manner. If we just study the Vatasya Upakrama, we know that Mrudu Anuloman or Mrudu Shodhan is a treatment for Vata. So we cannot really give very strong Bhedan dravyas, but we can give such Anuloman dravyas. And this particular dravya as a part of Abha Gugulu works very well for Vata control, for controlling the Vata. Now the Amalaki, so we all know that Haritaki Samam Dhatri Phalam Kintu Visheshataha Raktapitta Pramehaglam Param Vrisham Rasayan. Again, one Shreshta Rasayan. Right? There have been many projects using this Amalaki and using Haritaki, Bhiditiki and Amalaki for arthritis treatment. Okay, there's a big Nimitli project going on in Pune Vidyapit, which has completed. It has given very good leads where this particular combination can really work wonderfully in the treatment of arthritis. Now next, Tripla in a combination. Many researches have taken place on this particular combination, Tripla. The next drug that is there in this combination is Shunthi. Okay, Shunthi, whenever you think about Shunthi, it is the best Ampasha Dravya. Nagaram Kafavataghanam Vipakam Madhuram Katu Vrishoshnam Rochanam Rudyam Sasneham Laghudipanam. It is not really a very ruksha dravya. It is Sasneha dravya, right? It is Kafavataghanam, and because of this particular Kafavatagna nature and its prabhav, it is the best Ampachak dravya. Okay, so if there is any ama which is getting accumulated if the patient has obesity and if the dhatus after Meda dhatu are not getting proper portion or nutrition, then Shunthi is the dravya you need, because you need to really do the Agni Vardhan there at that particular dhatu level, and the Ampachan is necessary. Many researchers have taken place. Anti-arthritic activity of this particular drug has been proven. At the same time, anti-inflammatory activity for Shunthi has been proven. So when you convince your patients, you can actually convince them with, by giving references of the various researchers, but intervene at a very, very early stage. That is important. Okay, now black pepper or marich, you all know that, very tikshna, very ushna, katurasa. It is known for its pramaki action, that is, it will remove the dosha sanchaya from the srotasa. Okay, so the spelling of dosha has gone wrong there while pasting. Okay, so with its own video, these dravyas have a capacity to get rid of the doshas from srotas. And these dravyas are known as pramaki dravya, like marich and vacha. So marich is a sukshma srotogami. It is going to make our formulation sukshma srotogami. Okay, with its tikshna guna, it is going to make our formulation reach up to that particular cartilage level. Again, many activities, especially bioavailability enhancing activity, anti-inflammatory, shula prashamana, these activities have been proven in case of maricha. Pippali. Pippali again is a part of the Abha Google formulation. Pippali rechani hanti Shvasakasa Udarjvaran Kushta Prameha Gulmarshaha Pliha Shulama Marutan. So any person who has arthritis, who also has some other conditions like Prameha, Gulma or Arsha, this drug will be useful. Okay, because so far we have seen all the dravyas are having activities for Meda Dhatu. Right from the first dravya Abha up to the Pippali, we have seen that all the drugs have some activities at either Meda level or Ama level. Again, a lot of researches have been taken place on Pippali, and it is the known anti-arthritic activity has been proven for Pippali. Okay, so we discussed about how the obesity plays a role in arthritis. As knee is a weight-bearing joint, it has to bear the whole weight of the whole body, and as the age progresses, there is a cartilage degeneration. The shleshak kapha in between the two bones or in the sandhi, it will go down. Okay, and that's why the gummy things like Google is a oleoresin gum, so it will have activity on this particular vyadhi. Now, when we have to prepare Gugulu formulations, first we need to do its Shuddhi. So for the students, I have mentioned the shloka here for Gugul Shuddhi. Okay, So Gugul Shuddhi can be done using the kvath of guduchi or triphala, or it can be done in cow's milk. Okay. So generally, traditionally, a potali is tried, and that potali is immersed inside these liquids using a dola yantra. Okay, but no industry is using dola yantra for Gugul Shodhan, because practically it is not possible to do Gugul Shodhan using a potali because of the the small part mesh of the particular potali will get blocked because of Gugul. So we always do Gugul Shodhan in a big vessel. The other reference also mentioned the same dravya. Additionally, it mentions the vasa in the particular list of drugs. Okay, so the take-home message: Gugul needs to be converted into Shuddha Gugul before we can use the particular Gugul in the Abha Gugulu. Now this particular slide shows in short how the process is done. Okay, Gugul is first dissolved in the triphala kvatha, then it is heated, it is converted till it becomes semi-solid mass. Then it is filtered, and whatever slurry you obtain, that particular slurry is spread on a plastic sheet. Okay, and when it dries, it can be used for further preparation of Gugul formulation. Why I am telling this? Because if you make your own formulations, you can be assured of its quality. You can be assured of its raw material. And of course, you can be assured it is going to work 100%. When we have tried to purchase Gugul from the market, we found many samples which could not pass the quality control test. Okay, so that's why I'm sharing this particular thing, that how Gugul Shuddhi will be done. In the first image, you can see the dried Gugul, which is a Shuddha Gugul. Okay, now these Abha Gugul can be prepared by different methods like Agni Paka, Soma Paka, Surya Paka, or direct compression. Okay, so when Agni Paka is carried out, when Gugul is taken, it is dissolved in potable water. Okay, we have to make a semi-solid mass of this particular thing, and then we have to add all the powders, the Triphala, Sikatu and Abha powders. It has to be added, and the particular bolus is rolled into very small pills of Gugul. Okay, here we make use of Agni, hence it is Agni Paka. The second method which is recommended is Soma Paka. So it's your wish. You can actually choose any method for preparation of Gugul Kalpana. Okay. Soma Paka is done in a Ulukali Yantra, where we make use of pounding action using mortar and pestle. We need to add lot of grippa here, a little water to make the Gugul little soft. First Gugul is pounded with ghee and water, and then other drugs are added here, and the pills are formed. Okay, so this is about Soma Paka without the use of heat. Okay, so any of the Karyakari Tattva which may go off when we do the Agni Paka, Soma Paka will be useful. Right? It's in your hands what you have to really prepare, and Vaidyas are using all the processes. The tablets or the pills that you get are a little dense. So you may have to ask your patient to chew them, fight them, and then swallow it, rather than just swallowing it directly. Because if they are very, very dense, they don't disintegrate quickly. So one more innovative method that we can use is Aditya Paka. Okay. Right. So in which a kvatha is prepared using all 7 ingredients, and this kvatha is needed with that particular Gugulu to make the Gugul formulation. Here we are using the sunlight, direct sunlight, for making Gugul Kalpana, and sometimes 7 times bhavan of this Kadha is given in the Gugulu to make the virya more, or to make the particular Gugul Kalpana more effective. So this is kind of an innovation that can be done. right? Nowadays, this particular potentiation is the main aim of pharmaceutical industry, and Aditya Pak method has been mentioned by Dhamankar Shastri in their book. So this method can be used for making all the guggules, provided that you have a lot of sunlight. And you have to give 7 days for that 7 particular bhavan to that particular guggul kasana. And any method particularly can be followed for making guggulu. So this is Aditya Paka. We need sunlight for this. Right. So now we are going to discuss about the indications. Sandhigat Vata, especially in obese patients, here this drug will be effective. It is a known formulation for treating Asthi Bhagna, for joint dislocation and for ligamental tear. Okay. Prameha is one of the indications. I have used this particular formulation for Prameha patients. It works really well to reduce their weight and to control their blood sugar, especially because the seeds of Abha has an activity of reducing the blood sugar levels. Okay, so this formulation can be used 3 grams thrice a day in Prameha patients, works very well. Obesity. So this formulation works very well for treatment of obesity, for reduction of weight. Of course, there has to be a very integrative approach when obesity is to be treated. So has to be coupled with lifestyle modification, with diet, and along with that the medicines like this. Okay, there are no side effects of this drug till now reported. It's very much safe. Okay, so now moving on to the second drug that we are going to discuss today, which is Kamadada, a Rasa-Shastra medicine, one of another jewel in our medicine list or in our medicine kit. Okay, so that's the Granthokta reference of Kamadada, where there are many drugs from Sudha Varga or Ratna Varga they are used. So whenever Kamadada comes in front of you, you have to think about Apa Mahabhuta. The drug is coming in from Apa Mahabhuta, and there are 2 other mineral, there is one more mineral drug, that is Gairika, and one Vanaspati Dravya is used here, which is Guduchi Sattva. Okay, so Moktikasya Pravalasya Mukta Shukti Bhavasya Cha Varatikayaha Shankhasya Bhasmani Gairikam Tat Guduchikodbhavam Sattvam Samabhagani Karye Ajajikasitabhyam Cha Grunyat Raktikadvayam Jeernajvara Brahmonmada Pitta Rogeshu Shastyate Amlapitte Somarogi Yojaha Kamadadharata. One of the very, very famous formulations. Okay. So this particular formulation is equivalent to elemental calcium. Though some of the ingredients are a little higher side on the cost, but this formulation is very, very famous for treatment of Pitta Vyadhi. Okay. So the ingredients are, first is Mukta Pishti, where the natural pearls are used. So the very small, irregular shaped, those pearls which cannot be used in the gem industry, they can be obtained. You have to make sure that they are original. And then they can be converted into, first Shuddhi is to be carried out, and then its Pishti is to be carried out. Praval Pishti is the second important dravya. Mukta Shukti Bhasma, Varatika Bhasma, and Shankha Bhasma. These 3 are the 3 other ingredients of this particular thing. All these dravyas are obtained from the ocean, and hence this is a very, very shamak formulation, which will reduce the pitta, which will reduce the intensity of pitta. Okay, and additionally we have the Shuddha Suvarna Gairik in here, and Guduchi Sattva is the Vanaspati Dravya added here. Okay, so never forget this kalpa is equivalent to elemental calcium in particular doses that we are giving, because the first 5 ingredients, they have the PaCO3 as the main ingredient. Okay, at the same time, the Mukta and all these drugs have concholine enzyme as an organical substance in them, which has an activity which is really body friendly or bioassimilable and very good source of natural calcium. So now in front of you, you can see the various ingredients of this. These are the raw ingredients. So need to be converted into their particular, this Mukta needs to be converted to Pishti. Pravala, it's converted to its Pishti. Mukta Shukti, it is converted to its Bhasma. Bharatika and Shankha, both are converted into its Bhasma. Okay, first step will be Shuddhi and second will be Bhasma. And this is Gairik. So Shuddha Gairik will be used in this formulation. Guruchi Sattva is one of the ingredients in this. So now I think everybody is aware about this Guruchi, and its stem is used in medicine. Right, so its many parts are used, its leaves are used, or its stem is really very much commonly used to make Kvatha. Its stem has a particular starchy material which is called as Guruchi Sattva. Okay, so this Guruchi Sattva is a part of Kamdadha Rasa. We are going to briefly see how we convert the dravyas into their bhasmas, because Kamdada is an advanced formulation and we need to know how the basic dravya is converted into its bhasma before it can be made into Kamdada. If you really want very good results in practice, you need to prepare your own medicines to be assured of its quality. Okay, so whenever possible, try to manufacture these formulations yourself, okay, or under your monitoring at least. So we are going to just see the example of Shankha, how Shankha is converted into its Bhasma, so that you have an idea about the process. Raw Shankha, it's to be taken, it has to be Guru and Shveta, and that is the Grahya Shankha. Okay, then Shankha Shuddhi is carried out using Takra or lemon juice. We need a Dola Yantra for this. So we tie the Shankha in a poteli and it is boiled in the particular Amla Dravya like lemon juice or Takra for 3 hours. Right? So what will happen? This particular hard Dravya will be converted into a softer substance which will be assimilable by the human body. Shodhan will be the first step to make it softer, so that you are able to break it in smaller pieces. After its Shuddhi is done, it is still very hard, so you need to reduce it even more. So these Shankha, it's broken into pieces, whatever size reduction is possible. It is kept in Sharab Samputa, right? The Sharab Samputa are sealed, as you can see in the image. Then Putta is applied to this particular Shankha. Similarly, Shukti and Kaparda are also similarly, undergone. We have to subject them to Putta process. After the first Putta, the Dravya will become Lagu, and then we have to give a Bhavana of Kumari Swaras to them, and again go for a similar Putta. Okay. So after giving the Bhavana of Kumari Sarasa, this is how the Chakrikas will look. Right now, so we are going to reduce the particular size of Shankhas from a whole drug into its fine Bhasma. Right? So in the left image you can see the Chakrikas which have been prepared after Bhavana of Bhavana of Kumari Swarastu, this Shuddha Shankha. And in the Khalva Yantra you can see the particular Shankha Bhasma after its Putta has been completed. Okay, in such a way, we have to give 2 or 3 putas, and if parikshan is to be done, so this Shankha Bhasma should not irritate to the tongue of the person. If pariksha is not done by any other way, but it is a little Shankha Bhasma is tasted, we have to make sure that it is not alkaline, it is not giving burning sensation on the tongue. Then we can consider that this Shankha Bhasma is completely properly done. Now in case of Mukta and Praval, I told you that these 2 drugs are obtained from the ocean, absolutely Shitavirya Dravya. Mukta is pulse and Praval is coral. Okay, so these are prepared by specialized mollusca organisms in the ocean, and they have a particular enzymatic organic layers in them. So if we subject Mukta and Praval to puta process, the particular enzymes will burn away and you will not get the desired effects or the sheath activity of these 2 drugs. Correct? Because obviously when we apply a puta, there is Agni Mahabhuta working there. So if Agni Mahabhuta is working, obviously the Jala Mahabhuta or the Shita Virya will go down, it will reduce. So we don't want to reduce the Shita Mahabhut, or we don't want to reduce the Shita Guna or the Apa Mahabhut here. So what we have to do? We have to make the Pishti of Mukta and Praval. Okay, so Muktanam tu Shatapatra Pushpa Arke Pishti Reva Shreyasi. So we have to do its Pishti by trituration with Shatapatra Pushpa Arka. That means Gulab Jal Bhavna. So 21 bhavnas of Gulab Jal is given to the Shuddha Mukta as well as Shuddha Pravala, so that Mukta and Pravala are converted into fine powder. They are not as hard as Shankha, so it is possible very easily to convert Mukta and Pravala into its Pishti. Okay? Even Rasaratna Samuchaya gives us a guideline that in case of Ratna, it is recommended that you don't do the Maran process. Okay, but Ratnanam Shodhanam Shreshtam Maranam na Gunapradam. In case of the Mrudu Ratna like Mukta and Praval, we don't do the Maran. Instead, we are doing the Pishti. Okay, because we want to prevent the Agni Mahabhuta to hamper the particular Apya Tattva or Shita Guna of these drugs. We want to prevent the Shita Guna. Okay, so the calcination of Mukta may reduce its cooling and Pitta elevating properties, and hence Bhasma of Ratna may lead to Viryahani of Ratna. Hence we have to formulate the Pishti first. So it's a long process. These 2 drugs should be undergone to Shuddhi process and then Pishti process. Then further the preparation of Kamadudha. It is a Khalvi Ratayan. So it is prepared in a Vartula or in a Ardhajandrakriti Khalva Yantra. All the Pishti like Mukta and Praval, all the Bhasma like Shankha, Mukta Shukti and Kapardika, Shuddha Gairik Churna and Guruchi Sattva, they should be mixed together in 1:1:1 formula, and they should be subjected to Mardan in a Khalva Yantra. Right? So the organic matter is so important here, and which renders the Shita Guna. Basically, the Apa Mahabhuta, which is dominant in the ocean, has its effect on all these dravya like Shankha, Shukti, Praval, Mukta, and it will render this kalpa as a Shita, Shamaka, Pitta Shamaka, okay, and Daha Shamaka, Sambhaga formulation. This formulation also contains elemental calcium, as we discussed. Garic is one of the ingredients of this formulation. Garic is Fe2O3. So that's a natural source of iron. So this kalpa is going to be Rakta Vardhak or Rakta Prasadak as well. So it will reduce the pitta. At the same time, it will do the Rakta Prasadan. It also contains Guduchi Shamak Dravya, Guduchi Sattva. Okay, Guduchi is Shrestha Rasayan, and Guduchi Sattva is used in small kids as a Jvaragna Dravya. So in Sukumar patients or in Balak or in Vruddha, wherever we cannot use Guduchi directly, we can give Guduchi Sattva or we can give Kamduda in smaller doses. Now this is how the Kamadudha original formulation looks like. Alright, so previously we discussed about Shastra, Vyavahar and Kaida. So sometimes it is not possible for you all or for the Vaidyas to use Mukta here. The pearls are not available. Sometimes patient cannot afford them. So Mukta Virahita Kamadudha is also prepared and sold in the market. However, in front of you, you can see the image of Mukta Yukta Kamadudha, the original. This is the original Kamadudha. Looks pinkish and brickish, white in color. So this is the original Kamadudha. So just by looking at the kalpa, you can guess whether this is a Shastra Shuddha formulation or whether this is a proprietary or modified or shortcut formulation. Now it's true that some of the ingredients are a little costlier, but when you really want good results for Pitta Vyadhis, especially in Sukumar Rugna, you can trust on this formulation. Indications, as you know, as I told you, Apamahabhut Pradhan Dravyas. Jala has Shita Guna, which is the main, one of the main viryas explained by our acharyas. So this is a Shita Virya formulation indicated in Jirana Jvara, Dhatugata Jvara. Okay, it is indicated in Brahma wherever the patient has either giddiness or they have Tama Pravesh. In both these situations, wherever Pitta is dominant, we can recommend or we can prescribe Kamdudha, Unmada, especially Pittaz Unmada, or in depressive patients who have Pitta Lakshanas. Then Amla Pitta and Shukra Roga. This is the Granthopada guideline in which you can give Kamdudha Rasa. Okay, so in this Jirana Jvara, Brahma, Unmada, depression, Pitta Vriddhi. Pitta Vriddhi is, you know that it is characterized by Daha Lakshan. In many patients there is Shira Shuddha. If there is Pitta dominant any Hetu Sevan like Atap Sevan or any Ushna or Katu Tikta Ahar Sevan, they have Shira Shuddha. Many of the patients have migraine. So this migraine is not controlled by any of the modern medicines. On the contrary, if the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs are taken, they have again the Pitta or acid peptic acid source, and they have even more Pitta Vriddhi. So in this particular thing, this is a very good formulation for migraine. Okay, Kamadudha has been used, I have used for many patients of Rakta Pradara, dysfunctional uterine bleeding. Okay, Rakta Pradara can take place in, the young age also, at perimenopausal ages as well. So in both, and especially in the menopausal ages where there is hot flushes, and in some females there are Pitta Vriddhi Lakshanas like Daha, headache, and Rakta Pradara. So Kamadudha works wonderfully well in these patients to be given with cow's milk. It has to be coupled with some other combinations like either Dadim Adibhrutta, Dadim Avleha, Dadim Swarasa, Godugdha, or Goghrita. Shukrakshaya. So Kamadudha is working well in Shukrakshaya patients. Amlapitta. Amlapitta is not explained by Charak Sushruta Bhagat, but this disease has been explained by Madhava Nidhana. Okay, so we can compare this with the modern day diagnosis like gastric ulcer, duodenal ulcer. So Kamadudha works very well in the ulcers. It works well in irritable bowel syndrome. You have to give it for a longer duration, like 6 months, for a complete cure of irritable bowel syndrome. Of course, it has to be coupled with other formulations like Kutaj, maybe Kutajarishta or Gangadhar Churna according to the Vyadi. It works very well in colitis patients. So I have given this Kamadudha Rasa original one in many of the Grahani patients. We may think sometimes that Mukta and Praval and they are very costly and all these things. But if you think of the investigations and the cost of investigation that goes into treating colitis, it is much more. When the patients go for USGs and endoscopies and colonoscopies and their blood tests, their cost is so high and they just get a report in their hands without any cure for these diseases. So it is really worth to use the original Kamadudha Rasa. It is available in the market. Okay, as we discussed, it has a 5 ocean related drugs which are all are dominant in calcium. Okay, so this can be used for low bone density treatment. It is used for osteopenia and osteoporosis. Okay, so one patient of mine, she's in her late 50s. And, she has a typical Pitta Prakriti person having the Agni Mahabhut is so strong that it goes on to burn all the hattis in the body. So Rasa is weak, Rakta is weak, Sparsha is Ushna always. Hot flashes are there, Grahani Vyati is there, and severe osteoporosis in the late 50s. So in this patient, Kamadudha works very well as a natural source of elemental calcium. Okay. Now, when we talk about specialty practice in Ayurveda, are we really using whatever drugs we are having in our hands well? Because I know that some major companies are using our drugs and they are multinational companies. They are selling our drugs in the name of their own trade name without even writing Ayurvedic proprietary medicine. So it's time that we must value all these raw materials that we have and we can convert them into medicine and use it as natural dietary supplements or natural medicinal supplements for our patients. Okay, Kamadudha is excellent to treat the side effects of allopathic drugs. Even the chemotherapy or any particular chemotherapy for any major diseases, they induce a lot of heat in the patients. There is stomatitis, there is hot flushes, Ushna Sparsha, there is Mukha Paka. In all these lakshanas, Kamadudha works very well. It is also indicated in Mutra Kruchra and Rakta Pitta. So you know that Rakta Pradar will be Adhoga Rakta Pitta. Also it can be used for Sravi Arsha or Nasagata Rakta Pitta to control the Pitta in the Sharir. When we talk of its dose can be maximum up to 125 milligrams OD or BD. Okay, you can actually modify the dose. It can be less than this dose according to Agni Bala, according to way of the patient, according to your Prakriti of the patient, and so on. Okay, now coming to the end of this lecture, I am going to stress that only these 3 doshas are the main where we have to think about their equilibrium, and whenever this equilibrium is hampered, we have disease. And Sanchaya Prakop Prasham is what goes on naturally in the universe, and it is very important to really intervene at a very early stage when a disease occurs. Okay, so if something goes into last stage or the 4th stage or very critical stage, maybe it's arthritis or any other disease, it is not really easy to control it with only medicine. We may have to go for replacements or some any other symptomatic treatments like steroidal shots or something. So we need to catch the disease, especially in Prakop or Prasar stage or Purva Rupa stage. So watch very carefully about the Purva Rupas in your patients, okay? Or try to intervene very early. When the patients are in Prakop, Prasar or Sthana Samshaya stage, so that it is very easy with Ayurvedic medicine, with specialty practice, to get the patients back into normal state of this Vata, Pitta and Kapha. Okay, but if you are trying to treat somebody who has extreme stage or extreme critical severity, it will be very difficult even for Ayurvedic practitioner or even allopathic practitioner to